Chairperson, please go ahead and present to us the fruits of the intense and serious labour that has taken place.
Commissioner Gabriel, thank you for letting us have this very exciting process all together. It was very interesting to perform. Maybe the fact that it was a short period of time we were also forced to really work together. And that was maybe very nice, because I feel now that the high-level group, we have become a bit of a family. So that's very positive. Thank you for that. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud that today I can present the report of the independent high-level group on fake news and disinformation. In a relatively short time, we managed to produce a solid report with an in-depth analysis of the situation, as well as a list of very concrete responses to the spread of disinformation within the European Union. Technology brings many wonderful things. Information and news is now available at any time, for anyone, anywhere. However, when we are continuously online, disinformation can also spread more easily and have more impact. When I was in the train the other day, you can imagine I traveled up a lot between Brussels and Amsterdam and back, I saw a boy of 13. He was explaining his grandmother how he should use social media. And that small moment pins out for me the importance of what we are talking about today. How can we make sure that this boy and his grandmother have access to diverse and reliable information and can manage the information they receive? How can we help them to identify what information is trustworthy and when they are being misled? Incorrect, misleading information that intentionally wrongfully influences individuals like this boy and his grandmother, but also like me and you, also journalists selves, is what we're talking about today. We need European citizens to be able to make well-informed choices. Whether you choose the school for your kids, or which financial product to take, or what political party to vote on. Equally important as well-informed citizens are the freedom of information, of speech, free press and diverse media. We made sure that our recommendations would not in any way harm those fundamental rights. It was at times a balancing act, but the high-level group has succeeded in formulating concrete steps to provide European citizens with trustworthy information and to make them better equipped to navigate in the online environment. We have made a true effort to include the views, knowledge and interest of everyone around the table. I believe we were successful. We made an important step with our work. For the first time, all parties that can make a difference are willing to unite in order to ensure European citizens can better trust the information they receive online. Let me talk with you shortly through the report with a bird's eye view. First, all of the group members favored the use disinformation over fake news. We defined disinformation as all forms of false, inaccurate or misleading information designed, presented and promoted to intentionally cause public harm or for profit. We do not deal in this report with illegal information such as defamation or hate speech, nor with parody or satire. Disinformation, be sure, as I explained it at the beginning of this process, does not have one single root cause, and therefore it does not have one single solution. Our main message is therefore that the best responses to disinformation are multi-dimensional, with stakeholders collaborating in a manner that protects and promotes the freedom of expression, media freedom, and media pluralism. Censorship should be avoided at all costs. In our report, we set the path for this approach, with both short-term solutions for the most pressing issues and long-term solutions to create societal resilience to disinformation. Our recommendations are based on 5 pillars. First of all, enhance transparency of online news involving sharing of data about the system that enable their circulation online. Secondly, promote media and information literacy. Thirdly, develop tools to empower users and journalists to tackle disinformation. Fourthly, safeguard the diversity and sustainability of the European media ecosystem. And fifthly, create a continuous research and monitoring on the impact of disinformation in Europe and the impact of the measures that are taken. These pillars form the basis for a more concrete recommendation. It would be too much to mention them all, but you can of course find them in the report. There is one recommendation I would like to highlight. All members agreed upon the first important steps towards self-regulation in a code of practices through a well-balanced coalition, including journalists, platforms, news media, civil society, and fact-checkers. This coalition will secure the further creation, implementation, and continuous evaluation of a code of practices of all stakeholders, but most notably are the 10 key principles. As a high-level group, we went beyond giving advice. We actually achieved concrete results. The 10 key principles are fully supported by all of the important online platforms, Facebook, Google, Twitter, Mozilla. The principles are clear objectives for the social media platforms that will be further developed and tailor-made inside this code. The key principles are truly a leap forward. The adaptation of advertising policy of the social media platforms, adhering to the follow the money approach. Platforms should assure that sponsored content, including political advertisement, is transparent and appropriately distinguished from other content. And platforms should take the necessary measures to enable a privacy-compliant access to data for fact-checking and research activities. Ladies and gentlemen, our recommendations are very concrete and addressed to the Commission, the Member States, as well as the stakeholders. Platforms, news media, civil society organizations. We believe that our report provides the ingredients for a very effective pan-European strategy to tackle the complex and disruptive problem of disinformation. Thank you very much. I would now like to present to you the report. So this is the official moment. With great pleasure, I present to you the report.
Thank you, Madeleine. Thank you. Thanks a lot.